And around the age of 9, I had 3 horrific things happen. One of which I was raped by Uncle Pat when I was 9, and which was quite violent. And it changed the whole scope of who I was. I actually just turned into another person. I went quiet. It was almost like I'd gone through a lot of violence, and even my mother trying to sever my fingers with a knife. I mean, at the wall, there were guys, politicians driving up in big cars, picking up children from the wall. You would see these men walking through the park. I have very clear memory of a cafe opposite the park near the fountain, where all of these men sat together and described which kids they'd been with, which kids they were targeting, who was prepubescent, which kids did what sexually, and it's just gross. And the woman, Annette Crowe, she was complicit in this. She was actually paid to interject when people first hit the streets to try and stop them from getting an introduction to King's Cross. And what she was doing was pounding the streets, finding these children, taking to this refuge, knowing they were being abused. And police were taking kids to there as well. I did a 60-minute story, and the 60 Minutes went with me to the Royal Commission, right? And I said, I want access to my file. And they said, absolutely, Glenn. And they gave it to me, and they said, you go in the room, but you can't take anyone with you. I said, what do I need it for? I said, I fucking wrote it. I know what the fuck's on it. I said, I'm getting this so I can give it to 60 Minutes so they can see what's on it. Oh, we can't allow that, Glenn. But I said, it's not sealed. They said, oh, yeah, but we're not allowed to give it to anyone else. Like, fuck me. But yeah, they admit that they try to say it's not sealed, and I'm telling you, they are sealed. I was called into a room and said, the Australia will lose faith in the judicial system if your statements are to get out, Glenn. The biggest part is I created what's called the Legup project, where I go down now to the streets and I reach out to others. And that started with me going down out of my disability pension, spending $70 a fortnight just to buy a couple of people something to eat and get to know their story, into this huge thing where I go down now and I take a backpack filled with all this stuff. I got gift cards. I've given over nearly $15,000 worth of gift cards away now. And a big portion of that's from my book, myself, paying for it myself. And now I'm about to be an org. I'm going to Melbourne with the $2,600 marquee that's been set up, paid for by one of our supporters, so that we can get this message across Australia that don't allow your fucking past to steal your future. And that's what we do as victims. When I first came on TikTok, I had my daughter living with me, and she said, Dad, would you come on TikTok and do a dance video with me? I weighed 108 kilos, right? I was on 10 mils of Suboxetone. I just spent the last 27 years in court. I had full-blown depression, bro. I hadn't been washing. I hadn't been showering. And then I came onto TikTok one day after that, and I said, guys, I want to tell you about my book. 20 or 30 people reached out to me. So I did another video. I started getting videos with 250,000, 300,000 views. People started reaching out to me from all over Australia, about my story and about their story, like it literally, if you go back to watch my original A Current Affair interview, and then the one I just did, and go back and watch the first 5 TikToks I ever did, and then watch the last 5 TikToks I did. And if that isn't a testament to a life change, and in a dramatic way, I don't know what is. TikTok literally loved me back to life. And I say that with absolute honesty. Australia loved me back to life. They said to me, Glenn, fuck, it hurts my heart to say it. I have so many people who reach out to me and say, bro, we just love you because you're authentic, you're honest. And I've met so many people, bro. Like my story is incredible what I've done in 12 months, and it's because of TikTok.